Usually the Diddy Party allegations go for the fat slobs, not the cute anime girls, but boy golly. Also, what are their boots made out of that they're running on ice like it's nothing? Oh, they got spikes. Never mind, we're good. Yo, what the f? Don't tell me they're actually gonna kill Jarrell at the beginning of the show. But I gotta admit, that's insane. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that when a dark fantasy isn't restricted by cliches and tropes, truly a masterpiece is born? You make sure you drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon is of course where you catch my full live reaction. So, the end of the episode makes us a little concerned about our big boy. It looks like he's gonna die, he's trapped forever, there's no way, and is that actually gonna happen? No. Would I respect the hell out of the author if they actually committed to killing Clevatess off and it became some sort of weird buddy cop with Nell and Alicia raising a magical baby? I'd love it, most fans wouldn't, so that's probably why. But for the most part, this show isn't predictable. Like, him escaping the bubble, probably pretty predictable. But everything else about this episode was so thought out, so thought-provoking, that I might say this was the best out of the 7 episodes. And I think the thing that I really like is that every step of the way I thought to myself, oh, they're surely not going to explain that, and then they explained it. Or they're surely not going to surprise me, and then they surprise me. It can be the littlest shit, man. But when our boy uses a ice spear and freezes the whole lake, right? All of his people are just running across like it's nothing. And I'm like, you know, it's anime, whatever. They don't think of all the smaller details. But you would slip. Like, you're not going to be running in full suit of armor and then you realize, and there's a shot, that they all have spiky boots. I'm like, oh, why did I ever doubt you? But the thing is the show's bold enough to say, hey, we're gonna let everyone have times to shine. The fact that most of this episode, and probably most of next episode, is not gonna be focused on the character that the show's named after, and let a swordsman and a troll ogre woman, I forget, was it an ogre or a troll? Whatever, they're all the same shit at the end of the day. But, you know, she got the strength of a giant beast in her now. They were throwing hands and doing just fine. Like, granted, is shit gonna hit the fan now that the whole town has been summoned to kill them? Yeah. Hopefully the mom of the Indo is gonna smack her sons on the head, because they were looking mad upset at the end. I feel like she's our only hope to calm some of this down. But at the end of the day, the fact that in any other show, you normally are expecting your guy lead, your little boy lead, to save the girls. And in this case, probably most of us were expecting Alicia to go save Nell. You know, got a giant bed pushed against the wall, nails ready, like, you know, even if she's super strong, she's not gonna defeat this woman. She did. What they're showing is that everyone is competent. That everyone will have a skill set. And the one thing that's weird is I've seen it a couple of times. I got it once in my comment section last week, and I've seen it buried, you know, downvoted into oblivion on Reddit. You know, saying that, oh, the baby's just a plot device. What is the issue with a character being the chosen one? Or an object being the most important thing? In Lord of the Rings, it's the One Ring. In pretty much every superhero or magical chosen one fantasy, like, the kid does nothing to hamper the show. The kid is the bridge to a monster in humanity. It is also a familiar story, which is emotionally engaging. And for a world drawn by magical power, why wouldn't you want the bad guys to target the kid? I don't get it. It's not like that's a popular criticism, but I've seen it enough that it really weirds me out, because I'm like, what do we gain by not having society want the kid? There would be less stakes. You know, I don't know, I'm just saying, it's a weird take. But the episode was impressive, because what they could have easily done is these two douchebags. We got Hammer and Nails creeper woman who jump scared a baby looking like she was in the Diddy files. Probably had a one-way platinum ticket to Epstein's Island. And then you had this douchebag downstairs with Clifford the Big Red Centipede. And instead of just slaughtering all the villagers, they manipulated them into hunting their prey. Seems small, but brilliant. Because I'm used to these shows where it's like most of them are gonna be like, "F you," and then they get slaughtered. Did one of them die? Yes, and they're like, "Yep, that was an accident, but it was the hero's fault." Because society already distrusts the heroes to begin with, so manipulating their anger into, we're not actually the bad guys, we're trying to stop the bad guys. And, it's unfortunate you lost your husband, but really shift the, like, that's, it, look at our own look at what currently is going on in our own world. Passing the blame is what happens all the time. And that's why I like this episode. The action was great, but the star attraction was the characterization and how they handled things that would normally be plot devices or conveniences that are predictable and cliche and turn them on their head. And the fight itself, fantastic. The main fight was the ice fight versus this dude. Like, when he got skewered as an example, though, when Clevatess came up, I was like, okay. Because the whole time I'm hyping him up as, like, he's the perfect endgame antagonist, right? Like, he's the guy you don't replace. It's like the Shigaraki of the My Hero Academia. He's got to be the final villain you fight, right? And then he gets skewered. But before that, you basically have a demonic sword versus an ice spear. And I love the fact that this is probably one of the first times in a long time where ice actually felt effective beyond just because usually when you do, like, that widespread freeze attack, they just immediately break it off. All of the knights in the background were, like, frozen. They were just, like, walking up to them and going, skewered, like, because they couldn't do shit. It was just really nice, and honestly, how quickly the tides turned. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one, because I can't remember the last time I've seen this. This is what really made me appreciate the episode, I think, the most. When your guy character, or sometimes even the girls, they get, like, spared. I'll let you live. You made me happy. You made me have some fun. Watch the world burn, They'll always be like, screw you, I'm still ready to fight. And then because they decided to attack after being given their life, they then get killed. This guy didn't do shit. Like, maybe it was because he was honestly just so exhausted and wounded, but the fact that he's like, alright boss, I'm gonna leave you. You gave me a good fight. Adios. Like, yeah, he was struggling to get up, but like, he wasn't being like, don't you dare. He had logic. He knew he wasn't winning that fight. Now, will he do something to hopefully help our boy? I don't know, but at least in that exact moment, the predictable thing would have been, don't you dare. You think I'm down? And sometimes that can work if the character's him or her. In that case, he was neither him or her, given who he was fighting. And I like that. I don't know. This show is awesome. It is still in my top 3 of this season, and it has been since it started, and it ain't gonna change anytime soon. Let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think? Do you agree with me? One of the best, if not the best episodes? Let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Patreon is, of course, where you catch my full live reactions and other exclusives, like I give video shoutouts to every single one of my beautiful patrons. So today we got Luke Brownfield, Devin Diego, Ashley Hawkham, Corbo, and we also have Casper Joel Jensen. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.